Time now for Inside Out as we're joined by SNY NBA insider Eamon Begley. And Ian, Kemba Walker follows up 29 against the Celtics with 21 points and 8 assists against the Pistons. Is he working his way back into Tibbs' rotation, or is he proving to other teams he might be worth a trade?
If I had to guess, it's more so the latter than the former, Eamon. I mean, Tom Thibodeau made it clear by the decisions that he made prior to that Boston game that he was not interested in playing Kemba Walker. Kemba actually said after the Boston game that he hadn't even really spoken to Tom Thibodeau between the time that he was benched and the time that he got back on the floor. So it seems like he's more so auditioning for other teams. He's made it clear publicly that he wants to play. When he's asked if he wants to be in New York, that's his answer. So he's looking to get minutes, whether it's here or elsewhere. And I don't think Tom Thibodeau, based on his recent history at least, is going to keep Kemba Walker in this rotation if everybody is healthy.
Now, Tibbs starts the third quarter with Mitchell Robinson on the floor. How would you describe the impact Robinson made in this game, especially in the second half?
Tremendous. I mean, you heard Thibodeau say it. This was Robinson's best game. And Robinson, you know, he was rehabbing a broken foot for several months coming into this season. He wasn't cleared to play even in training camp. So he had a long way to go with his conditioning. And you saw it earlier on this year where he was kind of laboring, where he didn't look like himself. This was one of the first nights where, you know, he looked more light on his feet. He looked more like the Mitchell Robinson of, you know, his first 2 years in the league. And that's a very good thing for the Knicks because of what he brings around the rim on both ends of the floor. And also because the Knicks have a decision to make coming up with Robinson, who can be an unrestricted free agent this summer, but they can also offer him an extension at any point during the season. So it's an interesting time for Robinson during his Knicks career.
All right, now looking ahead, the Knicks hope to get some reinforcements back in the fold. So, Ian, as players start to return, what are some of the big decisions Tom Thibodeau is going to have to make personnel-wise?
Right. Well, Obi Toppin and R.J. Barrett can be on Thursday, I believe. And so with those two back, you wonder what that means for a player like Kemba Walker, because does Tom Thibodeau slide Alec Burks back to the starting point guard role? Does he go with Burks coming off the bench, keep Walker in that lead guard role? A lot of questions to answer as guys start to come off the COVID protocols here in New York.
And we'll see what those answers are when the Knicks host the Wizards on Thursday. Eamon Begley, thanks for joining us here on Geico Sports Night.